Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Living Well with Terrell, the place where we develop the mind, soul, and the body on a communal level. And today, we're going to be talking about the aspect of the mind because I'm going to be giving you guys an update on what's been going on with my life, sharing some news with you guys. And also, we're going to do something a little bit different today. Today, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things to do. A lot of you guys don't know this about me, but I feel like, it's important for me to share this quality about myself. So I love conspiracy theories. I ain't gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I got my ideas and I got my theories, and we're gonna talk about it all today. We're gonna get into it. And actually, I wanna know some of y'all's opinions about these topics I'm gonna introduce today. But without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna give you guys a brief update about what's been going on in my life. First of all, let me sponsor myself. Y'all see the hair wrap? This is the Divine Sienna. And if you guys don't know, Harrison Terrell is the name of my fashion brand. And right now we're selling luxurious head wraps. You can style them in different ways. And if you want to know more about that, then click the link down below in the description box. It's Harrison Terrell. And also you can keep up with us on Instagram. Our user is Harrison Terrell _. We had a few hiccups. Okay, so let me just bring you up to date. So been struggling with, our manufacturers getting the materials to us. Everything is going crazy during the pandemic. I mean, that's what they're blaming it on anyway. So been struggling with that. A lot of personal issues. Just, I told you guys I've been locking down that opportunity. And that whole process has been stressful because I did eventually come into a few hiccups upon doing that. Anyway, persevered through it, and personal relationships. It's just when you're stressed out, it kind of transfers to other departments of your life if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, your boy was able to get through it. I'm going to be moving to Cincinnati, Ohio soon. I locked down a new job with P&G for their research and development department as a scientist, and I'm excited to show more of that journey with you guys. And I want to get into vlogging. Even though I'm not a vlogger, I've tried to, believe it or not, you guys, I've recorded probably 3 vlogs for you guys, but I've never edited them. But on this new phase, journey in my life, I want to be more personal with you guys and show you guys my day-to-day kind of thing. Outside of that, I think we can just jump right into the conspiracies. Like I told y'all, I love conspiracies, and today we're going to talk about conspiracies in terms of how they relate to life, like human existence. You got your government experiences, you got your alien government experiences, you got your alien conspiracies. I hope I said that right. You got your alien conspiracies, you got reptilian, you got a lot of conspiracies, but today we're going to be talking solely about conspiracies as they relate to life, and I'm going to be sharing my top 5 or 3 conspiracies with you guys. All right, so my number 1 conspiracy, my favorite ultimate conspiracy, okay, is simulation. Now this one, if you're not familiar with this, there's been a lot of research done on the simulation theory or conspiracy, and if you don't know what this is, it basically means that we're living in a computer simulation. Like, none of this is real. Everything is simulated and computerized. Like, I think how I like to think of it is, say for instance, when you're playing Grand Theft Auto or you're playing Sims, Sim is short for simulation if you didn't know that. And you control everything, but your Sim thinks, they're living in a real, they think their job is real. They think that they went to the kitchen to get something to eat by free will, you know what I'm saying? And that basically ties into the idea that free will is an illusion. And what's the most fascinating about this theory to me is the fact that I feel like it could be so true. We can't really prove that it's not true. Because think about this, how I see it is, okay, when I play video games, like let's say for instance, when I'm playing Call of Duty and I go, shoot some shit up, or I go, whatever I do on a stakeout, whatever I do, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I be feeling like my character, like when they say shit, how they're programmed to like say shit, they're programmed to like express frustration, they be like, fuck, or when they get shot, they feel pain, or when they talk shit, like, fuck you, like shit like that. I'll be feeling like, damn, like sometimes I think, yo, what if they really think, that they're real? What if they think all their problems are real and shit like that? Like when I play Grand Theft Auto and shit, I think like sometimes, what if these people who are walking down the street on Grand Theft Auto and they walk past you, you know how sometimes you have people who will talk shit to you, or they'll cross the street, or even the people in Grand Theft Auto that are driving, like, what if they think they're real? Like, like what if they really think that they're going somewhere with a purpose? And it caused me to think like, damn, I think I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm real. And even like on Grand Theft Auto, they even have scenes where people in the video game who are being controlled by us are controlling people on a video game. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn, if they, this one, I'm telling you, this one is confusing because it's like, it's so intertwined. It's so crazy because think about this. Okay, what if I am a character in somebody's video game, right? And when I play the video game, I'm a character in somebody's video game who's controlling a character in someone in my own video game. And that character is controlling a character in their own video. It's just like, it's a continuation, you know what I'm saying? It's a continuum thing, and I hope I'm doing a good job of articulating this, but basically, yeah, the simulation theory is, if you've seen the movie Matrix, it's basically like, we're living in a simulation, like nothing is real. It's all just trial. It's just a video game. Everything that we think is logical and things like that, we only think that's logical because we've been programmed to think that way. And, the craziest thing about this is that even if you disagree with it, it's like you kind of prove his point, because it's like, of course you wouldn't believe me because you're not programmed to believe me. So if you haven't done your research on this, I urge you to look into it. It's called the simulation theory. And if you haven't seen the movie The Matrix, it's actually a new version of The Matrix out right now. So make sure you go and check that out. Okay, so the next conspiracy that I'm going to be talking about would be, it's this one. Okay, so this one is a little interesting. Now you're gonna have to, this is a safe space. All right, we just talking theories here. We talking conspiracies, so don't come here with no closed-minded stuff. All right, so another one that I find interesting will probably be like the reptilian kind of conspiracy. So if you're familiar with that, it's basically that there are secret like reptilians that run society, that run the world, and they mask themselves as humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you'll see shit online, like, where people blinking, like politicians or celebrities blinking, and then you'll see their pupil. It'll just change from like a circular pupil to like, an optical, like elongated spherical pupil, like, that of a reptilian, that of a cat. So yeah, that theory is basically saying that, the world is basically ran by alien reptilians. And I don't necessarily know if it's like, okay, they're aliens or we're the aliens. But basically, yeah, we're the livestock, and look at the world as like a farm, right? So for instance, if I'm a farmer, I have all my sheep, my cattle, and everything like that, they could very well see purpose in their lives, right? The mundane task or behavior that they exhibit, it seems that way for me because I'm a human and I set up everything for them. And, but for them, it could be an entire journey, right? It could be like, passionate. It could be a lot of shit. Like, wow, I really walked from this side of the field to that side of the field, and, I ate this much hay or some shit like that. Like, that could very well be like a purposeful thing in a span of their life, right? And little do they know, all of that shit ties into the how could I say it? Profit, the well-being of my profit. You know what I'm saying? Because I am using them as livestock, and some of them are going to get butchered, some of them are going to get sold, and some of them are going to be used for labor purposes. So it's just that whole thing of we're being manipulated to think that our lives have purpose and meaning through means of entertainment, education, intellect, and other forms of propaganda, but in reality, there's some trade-off. And we don't necessarily know what the trade-off is. There have been different theories about that. For example, some people say it's just like the women or the babies, like, terrestrial breeding or some shit like that. And some people even say, what was the other one? I remember I read it online. They were saying that it's an energy thing, like a certain energy that human beings give off. Our emotions, it can be kind of like transmuted into some tangible form of energy that they see as profit, kind of like similar to that of like diamonds and shit like that, you know. But to us, obviously, it's just like a quite natural thing, but to them, it's something valuable and tangible that they use to fuel things, or you know. So it was like that whole kind of thing. That's basically the reptilian theory. You can look into this yourself, because I know the difference between this conspiracy and other ones is that there are different variations of this, and I don't want to, you know. So if you have a specific variation of this, drop it down in the comments and let me know, yeah, what you think and stuff like that, and you know, stuff. So we're just gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so the last conspiracy theory I'm going to be talking about is one of the more intricate, complex ones that I enjoy myself. So this one is, we live in a vast reality where what is it? Alternate realities. The conspiracy theory of alternate realities, which means that, you know, there's a me that exists in the universe simultaneously right now, who's wearing a head wrap of a different color, a green head wrap, you know, and maybe he's like 5 inches shorter, or he's better, but it's the same me and he exists the same time I do. Maybe he's from Japan, you know, maybe he's this, maybe he was born here or born there. So it basically means that there are infinite possibilities for reality, your reality, and they're all existing at the same exact time. Like every single thing you could think of, like for example, if you decided to take an Uber to work instead of driving to work yourself, right? If you decided to wear a green t-shirt instead of a black t-shirt, there are alternate realities existing all at that same time, showing the product of what would happen if you were to take that path. You know what I'm saying? And actually, another interesting thing that I noticed about that, and this ties into, you know, another one. It says that we basically jump realities, and we jump through different realms when we make decisions. You know what I'm saying? So for example, me waking up one morning and deciding, I think I'm gonna call off from work today, that kind of like overall affects the path of my life, you know, the overall life path that I take. Because had I not taken off work, or had I not even considered taking off work, that time that I used to think about that, I could have been using to get to work early. But maybe that day I noticed something groundbreaking in a company that could have got me a promotion. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe that day, just because I spent that extra time thinking about if I was going to call off of work, and decided to still go to work despite thinking about calling off, I go into work, I get frustrated because I have a bad day, and then I get into a fight with someone, and then I quit that job. And because I quit that job, I can't pay my bills. Because I can't pay my bills, you know, I become homeless. Because I become homeless, I hang out with junkies. These junkies introduce me to drugs. Boom, 3 years later, I OD and I die. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to me not going into work that day just because I had the vibe about going to work that day. So that one is really interesting to me, because I feel like it's so limitless, and it's so, you can get so creative with it, right? It's so dimensionless, and it's like, wow, you know, you never know. And it actually ties into like the butterfly effect. If you don't know what that is, you can look that up too. And that basically says that, you know, one decision you make, the smallest, most minuscule decision you make, can determine the projection of your life, which, you know, basically the same. Now, I would say you should read up on this, but it may be better to go on YouTube and look into this one. I feel like it would be a lot more clear. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on my life and share some of my conspiracy theories. If you guys want to talk more about this, let me know, because I can get a bit more organized in detail with this subject matter. Also, I want to hear your conspiracy theories in the comments. Please let me know. This is something I love to read on, and it's just a creative thing I like to do. So hit me with those conspiracy theories. Hit me with some topics, some suggestions for new videos, things you guys want to see from me. And until I see you guys next time. Also, subscribe if you're new here. Hit that like button, comment, and don't forget to check out my business page, Harrison Terrell _. Also, check us out online. Look at that tag. Peep that. Come on now. Check us out online at www.harrisonterrell.com. Support your boy. Buy your head wrap. Take some pictures with it and send me the photos on Instagram, because I would like to feature you guys on our website as well as our personal page. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.